Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to unpack the geography of Pakistan. It's a country where, honestly, every mountain, every river, every single plain tells a piece of its story, who it is and where it's headed. So let's start with a big question. How much does geography really shape a nation's destiny? I mean, think about it. From ancient trade routes all the way to modern culture, the land itself plays this huge, sometimes hidden role in a country's story. And when it comes to Pakistan, that connection is just undeniable. Its geography isn't just some pretty backdrop, it's practically a main character in the entire national story. So let's dive in and see how. All right, first things first, let's get our bearings. To really get Pakistan, you have to understand where it is on the map, because its location right at this global crossroads is really the first chapter of its entire story. So check this out. Pakistan is literally at the intersection of three massive influential regions: Central Asia, South Asia, and the Middle East. For thousands of years, this spot has made it this crucial bridge for empires, for trade, for ideas, you name it. Okay, so what does that neighborhood actually look like? Well, to the north, you've got the economic powerhouse, China. To the west, you have the historic and, let's be honest, often turbulent lands of Afghanistan and Iran. To the east, its huge neighbor, India. And then to the south, you've got this super important coastline on the Arabian Sea. So yeah, this isn't just a random location, it's a major geopolitical hotspot. And we're not talking about a small piece of land here. This is a massive area. We're talking nearly 800,000 square kilometers. To put that in perspective, that makes Pakistan the 33rd largest country on the entire planet. And it is just jam-packed with an incredible diversity of landscapes. Okay, so we know where it is. Now let's dig into what it is. Because Pakistan's physical landscape is, and I mean this, a land of just dramatic contrasts. Let's start our journey in the north. This is a world of giants, literally. This is where you find the legendary Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the Hindu Kush mountain ranges. And yeah, this is home to K2, the second highest mountain on Earth. It's this incredible region of cold, crisp air and absolutely stunning valleys that bring in travelers from all over the globe. So, from those towering heights, let's come all the way down into the Indus Plain. Now, this is the agricultural heartland of Pakistan. It's this vast, flat, and unbelievably fertile area that was all formed by the Indus River and its tributaries. A huge chunk of the nation's food, it's grown right here. Okay, now let's head west, and the landscape just completely transforms. It becomes the dry, rugged Balochistan Plateau. Now, on the surface, it might look kind of barren, but its real wealth is buried deep underground. It holds these rich deposits of coal, copper, and natural gas. And to finish our little tour, we land in the south, right along the Arabian Sea. Here, everything changes again. The climate gets hot and humid. This coastline is home to these huge, bustling port cities like Karachi and Gwadar. These are Pakistan's absolute lifelines. It's gateways to the rest of the world through the sea. Think about that for a second. The contrast is just staggering. You can go from the world's highest, coldest mountain peaks to a hot, humid, sea-level coast, all inside the same country. It really is a nation of incredible geographic extremes. So you have to wonder, what are the natural forces that run the show in a land this diverse? Well, that's what we're getting into now. It's all about the climate and the rivers that are quite literally the lifeblood of the entire nation. And yeah, that diversity totally extends to the climate. Pakistan gets these scorching hot summers, but also snowy winters up in the mountains. And then there's the super important monsoon season that brings all the rain. And because of this variety, they can grow a huge range of crops, everything from wheat down in the plains to apples way up in the northern valleys. And right at the heart of everything is the mighty Indus River. It starts its journey way up in the Himalayas. It gets fed by all these other rivers like the Jhelum and the Chenab, and then it flows down to water the fertile plains for farming and for drinking water. But this river does more than just keep people alive. It actually powers the country through hydroelectricity. All right, so we've looked at the land itself. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the people who call this place home, and more importantly, how the geography shapes where they live and how they live. Pakistan is one of the most populated countries in the world, right? So where does everybody live? Well, it's probably not a huge surprise. People follow the water. The huge majority of the population is concentrated in that fertile Indus Plain and in the big cities that have grown up right alongside it. And this population isn't just big, it's incredibly diverse. So while Urdu is the national language that connects everyone, the different geographical regions have really created this beautiful mosaic of cultures and languages. You've got Punjabi in the plains, Pashto in the mountainous northwest, Balochi out in the dry west. In a way, each language is a mirror of its landscape. Okay, so let's tie this all together. What is Pakistan's geographical identity? It's really this powerful cocktail of all these features we've talked about: a strategic location, those towering mountains, the life-giving plains, a plateau rich in resources, and a super important coastline. All of these things come together to shape the lives of this massive and diverse population. And all of this leaves us with a really big question, right? When you have such incredible geographic gifts, but also some serious challenges, how will a country like Pakistan navigate its future? Well, the answer, as it's always been, is probably going to be written right there on its map. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.